So, Gunther, you've got great experience in the industry, and you've worked in Australia for many years, and you've worked in Europe as well. What would you say are the biggest challenges facing the telecoms industry right now?
I think there's no doubt that one big challenge for the telecom industry is now how to really, especially here in Europe, deploy LTE. This is a change of not only technology, but also it's a change to a really data-driven business model. And doing that and monetizing data is, I think, the biggest challenge on the whole for the industry.
Okay. Now, there's lots of interesting developments in terms of the network core, on the core side, such as NFV and SDN. What are your thoughts on those technologies, and will they give the industry the ability to make the difference?
I think these are very important developments. I think network function virtualization will be a revolution for the telecom industry, because for the first time it will give us the opportunity to have one common hardware platform and then put functions on top of it. That will make things much easier. It will allow us greater efficiency, and especially also better utilization of our assets, and greater flexibility, and I think also time to market, because you have now one set of interfaces and all those functions work on that set of interfaces. So all in all, I believe this is really a big revolution we are facing now, and we need to get ready and drive and embrace it.
And as well as bringing benefits to the operators and the carriers in terms of lowering cost per bit and efficiencies, what sort of advantages will it bring to the end users, to the customers?
I'll give you two examples for that. In the past, and we as Telekom Austria Group did recently 2 trials in Croatia and in Bulgaria. When you had in the past remote areas of a country, sometimes it's hard to carry that transmission costs. If we can have now a more virtualized kind of infrastructure, we can bring it closer to the customer. So that will be a benefit, reducing latency and making accessibility higher. Another example is when you have areas with many customers at peak time, like a rock concert or a sports event, you can bring dedicated resources to that, because you just start up more virtual machines, and that's all you need to do to bring that capacity in, and you can later on, after the event, take it away easily. That's all things we can't do today, and I'm looking forward to do that in the future.
Now, there's a number of interesting add-on technologies that we've been hearing about for LTE. We're hearing about LTE Broadcast, LTE MBS, we're hearing about LTE Direct, and VoLTE's really starting to come through. Which of these, is there a particular highlight or favourite of one of those, or what are your views on these new technologies?
Well, I believe many of them will play a role in the future development of LTE. And LTE is like in the old rock song, you ain't seen nothing yet. So there's a lot of things to come we haven't seen now. And especially in the area of M2M, I believe that there is a lot of opportunities there. We're starting now, we have implemented as Telekom Austria an M2M competence center where we have logistic solutions, where we have some vertical solutions for energy and other industries. But that's only starting. I believe that there will be a big growing development in that area over the coming years.
What about LTE Advanced? Do you think that moving to this is just a natural evolution for carriers as they mature in the LTE networks, or are there any particular challenges?
I think it will be very much a natural evolution where additional features will be added and will come in. The first one probably being carrier aggregation. Then others will follow. And so we will see over time, depending on the situation and on the market, carriers embracing those. And probably one day all these tiny steps will add up to one big step that we then will call 5G.
So what, in your opinion, is really going to define 5G? Will it just be an evolution of LTE Advanced itself, or will it be any kind of quantum leap?
I think it will be a bag of added functionality, features and performance. So it will be certainly, and everyone is talking about latency, it will have reduced latency, it will have higher throughput, but there will be a lot of other things. So I think the combination of that bag will then be what will form the new 5G.
And finally, where do you think we'll be this time next year in terms of the industry?
Well, I think next year we probably will have 500 LTE networks launched all over the world. We will have a world where the average throughput per customer performance has significantly lifted up, and we will also see significant growth in the average data usage per customer. And I believe another thing we will see is the next generation iteration of apps, bringing a lot of benefits to customers and much easier to use, and all of that will drive the LTE environment.
Great, thank you very much for your time.
Great pleasure talking with you. Thank you.